Hello everyone, this is the Anurag and I'm going to combine two stories today into one because I think they are related to each other. It's from Bounding into Comics, one of them that talks about Bob Iger stepping down, and the other one about Rian Johnson, that he admits that he didn't care about Star Wars canon or history. So let's jump into the second one first. Star Wars The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson admitted he really didn't care about Star Wars in a recent interview discussing Knives Out film. Now, this doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Anyone who would watch the movie should know this by now.
Whenever you're writing, let's say you're creating your own universe, you said you don't think about actors, you're starting kind of something from scratch. How is that approach versus something where you have a pre-existing universe? Like, if you're writing characters for Star Wars, you have this universe, you have characters that everybody knows, and then now you are doing something from scratch. Like, do you find your approach is different for that?
No, not at all. Because I don't know. I don't really think in terms of universes, like or in terms of creating worlds or whatever. That's not that interesting to me. The only thing that's interested in me is story, and the story specific to, like, whether you're writing a Star Wars film or that's part of a 3-movie trilogy or quote unquote original thing like Knives Out. You're still telling a story that's new to the thing that you're doing, that it has to work within the context of that movie. So to me, the notion of what's the entire galaxy or world that you're creating or something, I can't imagine getting excited about creating that. To me, what I'm excited about is creating a 2-hour-long experience for an audience to have in the theater. And that means how they engage moment to moment with the story and the characters that are on the screen. And that doesn't change in either one of those,
Yeah.
So this was straight from the horse's mouth, where Rian Johnson actually goes out to say the story is important, but the history and everything around it doesn't matter. But what story is that, Rian Johnson? The incoherent story that you put into the script regarding The Last Jedi. There was no coherent vision or consistent vision regarding that movie whatsoever. So the context of the movie matters instead of the universe building and the canon and the world building. And what sort of storytelling is this? He speaks of, I should rather say, because The Last Jedi makes no sense. Even the intro of the movie, where you have bombers that are made of paper. Why would you create bombers like that in Star Wars when they get obliterated by just one bomber blowing up? Basically a chain effect where everyone blows up. And then you have the original trilogy and also the prequels even had decades before the time, and they had better ships. You disregard everything that's been set in this universe just so you could tell whatever story you wanted to, because you wanted to have segments and political segments in this movie, where you have the so-called freeing of the animals, basically a PETA commercial, but the slaves on that planet, they shouldn't be rescued. It's more important for animals that aren't even native to that planet, which are most likely gonna just get reined in again. That was worth it for everything they did in that movie, making Luke Skywalker, Jake Skywalker, disregarding lore. I've said this plenty of times, making Yoda be able to interact with the real world, summoning lightning. Why didn't he do this in episode 6? Why didn't he just, if he knew that Palpatine was alive, why didn't he just do this before episode 7? That makes no sense whatsoever. Why didn't Anakin warn any of them that the Emperor was still alive? Why didn't any of the ghosts sense that Palpatine was still alive? Why didn't anyone? It just makes no sense. So when it comes to his quotes from that little snippet of that 12, I believe it's a 12-minute interview, this just grinds my gear to no end. This specifically, whenever you are writing, let's say you are creating your own universe, said you don't think about actors, you're starting from scratch. How is that approach versus something where you have a pre-existing universe? If you're writing characters for Star Wars, you have this universe, you have characters that everybody knows, and then you are doing something from scratch. Do you find this approach different for you? That was actually a good question, but the answer he gave was just because he doesn't care. He just wants to tell a story where he just disregards even 7 movies coming previously to it. And this, I think, led up to the second story, which we are going to talk about, where Bob Iger steps down, and it seems that he's more going to have a more creative role, from what I understand. And I believe this is because of Kathleen Kennedy, and he's basically gonna oversee everything regarding the movies and everything regarding Star Wars. Here's the announcement of part of the announcement. Bob will be the 7th CEO in Disney's nearly 100-year history, and he has proven himself exceptionally qualified to lead the company into its next century. Well, he bought the competition, so throughout his career, Bob has led with integrity and conviction, always respecting Disney's rich legacy, while at the same time taking smart, innovative risk for the future. How is remaking everything that's come before innovative? And buying Star Wars, and buying Marvel, and buying Fox. How is that innovative? His success over the past 27 years reflects his visionary leadership in the strong business growth and stellar results he has consistently achieved in his roles at Parks, Consumer Products, and the studio under Bob's leadership as the CEO. Our portfolios of great business and our amazing talented people will continue to serve the company and its shareholders well for years to come. And well, this is the guy that I said earlier, stabbed George Lucas in the back. And there are other quotes as well. Bob Iger has built Disney into the most admired, successful media entertainment company, and I've been lucky to enjoy a front row seat as a member of his leadership. I share his commitment to create excellence, technological innovation, and international expansion. I will continue to embrace these same strategic pillars going forward. Everything we have achieved thus far serves as a solid foundation for further creative storytelling, bold innovation, and thoughtful risk-taking. The board has been actively engaged in succession planning for the past several years, and after consideration of internal and external candidates, we unanimously elected Bob Chapek as the next CEO for the Walt Disney Company. Mr. Chapek has shown outstanding leadership and a proven ability to deliver strong results across a wide array of businesses, and his tremendous understanding of the breadth and depth of the company and appreciation for the special connection between Disney and its consumers makes him the perfect choice as a CEO. Mr. Chapek will also benefit from the guidance of one of the world's most esteemed and successful business leaders, Bob Iger. Over the past 15 plus years as CEO, Mr. Iger has transformed the Walt Disney Company, building on the company's history of great storytelling, and with the acquisitions of Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and 21st Century Fox, increasing the company's market capitalization fivefold. Disney has reached unparalleled financial and creative heights thanks to Mr. Iger's strong leadership and clear strategic vision. How is this his vision by buying other successful things? Anyways, we believe Mr. Chapek's leadership and commitment to this strategy will ensure that the company continues to create significant value for our shareholders in the years ahead. And I believe this is a direct result. I think he's been planning it for a while, but I think Star Wars has basically made him step down as CEO. And probably in a more creative role, as that was the rumor when it came to this announcement. Anyways, I think I've covered everything. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna leave the links to the interview, to the articles in the description below. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.